And of course, we had Leo and we had Don. And so we've got a great group. And that's what we do here at Third Side Convo. Real people,
And this is the
real
bridge.
talk. Take
Bridge.
care. And we will see you next week at Third Side Convo. Thank you.
All right.
You see how they don't involve the peanut gallery, really. So it's almost a bit of a waste at this point.
It's not
Okay, let's bring in the Zoom call.
Kindness is the bridge.
And then one thing.
Can the Zoom people hear us?
Yes. Can you hear
Hey,
the
we can
Zoom
hear you
people?
now.
When we interjected briefly, did you hear us?
We are not able to hear you until after the show is done.
That's pretty worthless, but go ahead.
Why's that? Let's go ahead and deal
Well, I
with
mean,
it right.
literally, if somebody says something, I mean, there's going to be somebody, I'm going to use an extreme example.
But that's a different show, Steve.
Right.
The other show does it that way. Our show doesn't have the ability. Now, if we could spend some money, we would love to have a concept where there would be a way that communication could be between the two. But right now, given the technology, it's just not there.
Okay.
That's all. That's all. And we want you to save your thoughts for the after show, which is what we're in now. It is so exciting. I mean, this is a riveting after show right now, isn't it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? Samara and I came up with a conclusion in regard to the lady who was a priest or bishop, rather.
Well, now give your thoughts. This is what it's about.
Very simple. You know, first off, there was much ado about nothing here. But literally, because look, in fairness to everybody, Joe Biden and Barack Obama, they had to sit there and listen to being derided heavily during the inauguration speech. I didn't feel sorry for them because I thought they deserved what they got, but they didn't get up and walk out. Nor did Trump get up and walk out when the bishop had her words. I think we're making way too big of a deal out of it. And finally, as Samara and I said, there's a better place. Excuse me. There's a better place. You're right. I shouldn't have said politician. There's a better place. There's a better place for her to have said it, which is after the service, go up to him and say, I want to be sure there's no concern, you know, for A, B, and C. Right, Samara?
Right.
That's pretty much what we concluded. You know, in other words, like Michelle said, there's better time and place.
That's their view, and their other view was no, it was perfect time to say it. But you know,
I overreact to it though when it happened. Though.
Well, there you go. There was overreaction, but there was also reason for it. So you know, reason for a reaction.
Bob, the thing was that what was she trying to accomplish? Was she trying to bring unity or actually appeal to him and letting him know, hey, these are the things that I'm really concerned about. And can you at least take a second look at the immigrant and the LGBTQ? But the way she brought it out, she brought the division. It wasn't even, it was automatically thrown away by him because of the way she bought it, because that wasn't the place and the time for it. If she really was concerned, she could have bought it in a different time and expressing or making her commitment to how much she cared about and the immigrants.
And she was referring to one of the things she was referring to was completely bogus. There's been no threat to LGBT. I'm pro LGBT. There's no threat to them by just saying there's two sexes. That's not a threat to them.
Okay, let's stop the Zoom for a sec and let anybody on the panel want to discuss what they just said.
Again, I think that the bishop was speaking for millions of people who feel that way, threats to the immigrants, threats to those of gender issues, all that. And that's what she's saying. She's fearful for the new president and what he might do. And millions of people feel the same way. She got it out there. She put it in the ethers and it's going to mix and there's going to be reaction to it. And there'll probably be some pushback if he does go extreme. So
I don't think
there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of the discourse. And again, I think it was a perfect time. People did it hundreds of years. It happened before World War II, World War I. People said yes or no on the war. We've always done that. We've always had pushback. Are we really doing the right thing?
All right, fair enough.
Did the Pope push back on Mussolini?
Well, but the Pope pushed back quite a bit on lots of things these days. So
no, I'm talking about did the Pope during World War II push back on Mussolini? Yes or no?
I don't know.
The answer is no. Okay.
though. This is the thing is that at the end of the day, this is about a national prayer. We're not, you know what I mean? She's a bishop. And bring peace, unity, kindness, love, and respect. And it's, you know what I mean?
That's what she said.
Behind the prayer was to sit there and, you know what I mean? Have, you
I,
know what I
I
mean?
agree with you, but I think that the overreaction from my side, okay, if I can call it that, is ridiculous. There's no point in overreacting to somebody accusing you of, by declaring two sexes, that you only recognize two sexes, that's somehow a threat to LGBT people. That's,
right.
That's an extreme.
You're gonna arrest somebody for going to the bathroom. It's a threat.
Grown-ups. She was talking about the children and their sex changes and problems and things like that. She was not talking about the mature adults that go through this. She was saying about children that have had different identity crises. And that's what I called an attention on. She did to show mercy for our children, not the grown-ups.
Yeah, completely different issue, but that's okay. All right.
Well, I
my
think
whole thing is that was, I mean, the only thing that we're talking about is, I mean, you know, a fraction of her speech, and it was, you know what I mean, the initial message. Anything else that she brought to the table, all of that's gone and diminished.
It is.
okay.
Right.
Well,
I
didn't see I did not see the morning service. I didn't see what happened, but I've heard about it, and I can understand her not. She's never going to get a private conversation with the president. They're not going to go, okay, we're done. Now you can go have a chat with him. That's not going to happen. And we understand that. So
Why?
she chose to take her spot. She chose to use this. If she's been in the future or in the past has been shown that she doesn't like the current administration and chose to use that as a talking point, that's her choice to do, and she'll be, told off for it. But she wanted to make sure to include everybody and get her voice across that she wanted people to know. That's her right to do as a community leader.
She didn't
be in bad taste. And
yeah, she included everybody.
She ended up including this and that and the other. And the way you look at it,
unfortunately, she did the reverse to some more closed-minded people. So again, I don't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. But
again, I didn't see it.
I don't agree with you that she couldn't have walked up to. Can the peanut gallery of lesser education and intellect please?
I don't know that the actual.
Okay. I think that.
I never seen any of my events.
All right, I won't say anything. Keep talking.
Well, when I'm looking at this and I'm seeing how these people are reacting to it, for not even knowing what she said, they say, "Oh, he's anti. The leader is now anti-gay and anti this." I don't think any of that was ever said.
He didn't say it. He never said it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that wasn't the issue. I mean, that's not the issue at all. I mean, you need to look at the premise behind the prayer. You know what I mean? The inaugural prayer. Go back and look at all the various demonstrations. You don't have anybody going out there and popping off and, you know what I mean, stipulating, okay, well, you know what, I'm only going to sit there and, you know what I mean, put grace and grace and let's have mercy only on this segment of the community.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're going to.
Can we have my mercy on my niece who was killed by an illegal immigrant? Can we have mercy on her too? Look, I think it's much ado about nothing on this speech. This speech has gotten more talk than sermon has gotten more talk than it's worth, quite frankly. Okay, so that's where I'm leaving it.
Sermon. What was the point of the sermon? Wasn't the point of the sermon to bless him coming into being that totally took away from his shine. Totally took away from where's the respect in that?
Exactly.
No,
that was the point. That was the point. It's not to make him shine. We can understand it's not about the individual himself. It is about the actual office of the president of the United States. And it's about welcoming a new person to that office. But it's not about the itself. It's about a changing of the guard and so forth, and saying this is a new time where we're going to do this. This woman took the opportunity to do what she wanted to do, and she did it. Now we can be mad and talk about it all day long, but you know what? There's a lot of bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
Whether there's two genders or not, I'm so glad that that's being dealt with, because I don't want the school system to be talking about genders anymore. It's so ridiculous. And saying the kids are going to be hurt for it.
Joe, well, you're the one who brought up gender. The primary focus I took from the speech, she is worried about immigrants and their children.
Our children getting right now.
And I think you've heard the policy is going to be the worst first, and they've already started with the worst. Okay, meaning
taking away parents away from their kids in school, coming to the school with guns and ammunition, coming with guns blaring, taking away kids or taking away parents.
Where did they come in with guns blaring into a school? Give me an example.
You didn't watch the news. They were just doing that today.
No, they didn't go into schools. They went in.
They were going in. They're going to be going. They said they're allowed to go. They can go into school.
Don, you don't have an example.
Listen,
you don't have an example.
They said.
Give me an example, okay?
They can go into schools right now. They can go to schools right now with guns blaring and take the immigrants or the parents or anybody that's going to conceive an immigrant.
The guns will be blaring?
Schools.
The guns will be blaring. The guns will be blaring. Eh? You don't know that the guns will be holstered and they'll come in real kindly and take them away. You don't know that, eh? Okay. The guns will be blaring. Bang, bang. Boom, boom. Okay. I understand.
Being targeted.
Nonsense.
So this special group is being targeted by the rhetoric that's been going on. So she was just saying, hey, have mercy on these people. That's about to happen.
Okay, Don, I feel very targeted coming into JFK.
We all know what's about to happen.
Okay. Because I'm targeted because I'm not wearing a burqa coming in from Cairo.
Sounds like you're making an assumption.
Very targeted.
No, there's going to be some problems. There's going to be some misidentifications. There's going to be some people getting mishandled. People misinformed.
You're saying that you don't know that's really going to happen.
No, it's going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen. You proclaimed it's going to happen. I understand.
Okay, so you talked to a clairvoyant and she's told you exactly.
He's a clairvoyant. Why don't you just tell me what stock to invest in? 60s, man. And we don't have any problems.
60s.
We got Bob walking away.
All right. Oh, okay.
Hey, Ted.
Wow.
Ted, they lived through it in the 60s.
Hey, Samar, I walked to the back of a bus in Memphis, Tennessee, to sit with black people.
Why is there
1960?
Why did
and all that.
make such a big
I
deal
get
on
lectures
it?
about
Was
racism. I understand. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did the president say anything about it? Did he talk about it?
Yes, he voiced a tweet. He called her nasty town.
Yeah,
called her nasty. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
He wanted an apology, and he's nasty.
Right. Better we be a banana republic, which this, of course, we were on for last 4 years. Okay. Better we be a banana republic. All right. I'm signing off exactly as I predicted.
Everybody got to give their opinion. Thank you all for being on the show. That was quite interesting.
Yes, it was.
Oh, my goodness. I think I'm going to have to take executive decision to go ahead and cut it off because Bob's already lost. The whole world has gone to collapse over, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Third Side Convo with your host, Bob Phipps, who's hiding somewhere. Oh my gosh, you're going to keep talking. Oh my gosh.